President Biden today calling the protests in Cuba remarkable and unprecedented.
The United States stands firmly with the people of Cuba as they assert their universal rights, and we call on the government of Cuba to refrain from violence and their attempts to silence the voice of the people of Cuba.
But in a news conference, the Cuban president blamed America for the country's suffering, saying the U.S. trade embargo is suffocating their economy. In a rare show of public defiance, thousands of Cubans flooded the streets yesterday, demanding an end to a decades-long dictatorship and protesting the lack of food and COVID vaccines. Libertad, meaning freedom. Cuba is in its worst economic crisis since the 1990s, and COVID is ravaging the country. Health authorities reporting almost 245,000 total cases on an island of just more than 11 million people. In solidarity, people in Miami's Little Havana took to the streets today, gathering in front of Cafe Versailles, an iconic Cuban-American hangout, and carrying a banner that says "Homeland and Life" in Spanish, the name of his song that has become a rallying cry for Cubans. NBC's Ed Augustine is in Havana. Ed Augustine, I should say. Ed, have you seen, what have you seen over the last 48 hours?
I've been living in Cuba for 8 years, and I've never seen scenes like this. Yesterday in Havana, I saw thousands of people protesting the government, chanting things like "Down with communism," "Freedom," and "Patria y vida," homeland and freedom. There were clashes, violent clashes, between protesters and police. I saw protesters throwing paving slabs and bottles at police, smashing windows, overturning police cars. In turn, I saw police using pepper spray and batons to beat back and repress protesters. Later on in the day, people supporting the government came out, thousands of them. Together with the police and the army, which at that point be deployed, they managed to quell the protests and, from their point of view, reclaim the streets. An extraordinary day yesterday that I'll never forget. And today's yet another one, and it couldn't be more different. The internet here has been cut. There's a very tense calm that has descended over the capital. The police are out in force, and there have been state-organized shows of force. So policemen and teachers and other people employed by the state, very difficult to know whether they want to be there or not, turning up in their thousands, supporting the government at very clearly state-organized demonstrations.
We've seen demonstrations before, nothing this big, certainly in decades. But usually the day after, there is a huge lockdown. What are we expecting tomorrow?
I think it's very difficult to tell. I'm talking to you from a country where the internet has been cut for most people. Things are very fluid at the moment. What we know is there were huge protests yesterday. At least in Havana, there haven't been reports of major protests today. I suspect what's happening is that authorities are rounding up people who demonstrated pacifically, and also those who used violence yesterday who were violent yesterday during the protests, and that they're going to try and take the wind out of the sails. But what the coming days will bring, only my guess is as good as anyone else's in this island. We're on uncharted territory.
Ed Augustine live in Havana for us. Thank you. Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.